Good afternoon, this is Kathleen Dudley. I wanted to present an essay written and produced by Margy and Jack Flynn of Citizens of the American Constitution. You can see on the websites, the YouTubes and Odyssey channel, the interview series on constitutional law with Margy and Jack Flynn. So please join us on my channels for these ongoing interviews. This was spurred by a Tucker Carlson broadcast. So I wanted to read on behalf of their work to bring this forward to all of us. This is from Jack and Margy Flynn, Citizens of the American Constitution. They say, what Tucker Carlson speaks of is classic communism taking place throughout America at all levels, although he does not use the word communism. If you remember what Nikita Krushchev said in speaking of America in 1959 at the United Nations, namely that we will bury you and will take you from within without firing a shot, you should realize that his prediction was 100% correct. As Margy and Jack have said pretty much from the beginning, when they first started this work over 20 years ago, America is the most successful communist nation on the face of the earth. And the American people have no idea whatsoever of this fact. People disagreed with them, criticized them, and said that communism would never happen here. Well, it has happened. And we can thank virtually all of the public servants in this country for implementing and enforcing communism. As Jack and Margy have said many times before, Lenin and Stalin called the Russian politicians, bureaucrats, and police and military, quote, useful idiots, unquote, for implementing and enforcing their murderous communist policies upon the Russian people. The governments in America, throughout this nation, federal, state, county, and local, the bureaucrats, employees, cops, and military, along with the media, academia, institutions, and policies upon the people. What is totally amazing to Jack and Margy is that the American people, as a society, have never seen this in their entire history of the country, with, of course, the usual few exceptions here and there. The overwhelming majority of people, of Americans, have been so propagandized, so conditioned, and so programmed, and so taken out of themselves that they mindlessly support and obey all the communist evil being perpetrated upon the people and consider it normal. In such a situation, with so many supporting the evil, how is it possible that constitutional governance, freedom, justice, and sanity can ever be restored to America? The message that Tucker Carlson conveys during his video is very clear. The governments in this country and all their officers, employees, agencies, and agents consider we, the people, to be their enemies and are at war against us and our constitutions on virtually every possible level. Isn't it well past time that the people of America recognize this ugly fact and express their inherent political power using their best tools in the tool shed? The constitutions, national and state, which hold these governmental useful idiots accountable and liable for their egregiously unconstitutional, egregious actions against Americans. It's time for the people to choose to expose the fact that the real domestic terrorists are the miscreants holding public office everywhere in America, to rightfully take lawful, effective actions against their criminal traitors for their crimes against America, her constitutions, and her people. This false flag scam represents the final battle against good and evil, not only in this country, but on this entire planet. The victor will control America and Earth for who knows how long, most likely forever, because once slavery is imposed by the rulers and accepted by the slaves as normal and inevitable, then slavery will never end. The so-called good in this country have never collectively, lawfully opposed the evil that is their own governments, federal, state, county, and local. And the question is whether the good will do so now, or simply mouth a few platitudes or complaints, roll over and comply with the pernicious demands of evil. The eternal internal spirit within us is calling us to be our best selves in this moment and to lawfully oppose as best we can the communist domestic evil that unlawfully rules all of America and this earth. As the old saying goes, quote, "Many are called, but few are chosen," unquote. Those chosen must come forth to lead the many who, by their own, will do absolutely nothing to stop this evil. For those who are Christians, what do you think Jesus would do in this situation? If you truly understand who and what he was, how he craved freedom and independence from evil, then you know the answer. Authors, Jack and Margy Flynn, from Citizens of the American Constitution.net. Thank you.